So I'm sure you guys have noticed that e-bikes are beginning to get rather expensive. It's not without justification though. I would say the average e-bike today is significantly higher quality, more feature packed than an equivalent just 1-2 years ago. For example, a bike I recently covered on the channel is the Graffiti X. It's a whopping $4,000. But the features here, we have a carbon gates belt drive, a powerful 7.2 kilowatt hub motor, 60 volt battery. It's massive at 40 amp hours. We even have motorcycle tires, like a legit suspension, blinkers, a full street lighting kit. So you can see why kind of it costs $4,000. But luckily you don't need to spend $4,000 to get even a high performance bike. One of my favorite affordable high performance bikes is the Roadrunner Pro. Now I know this is more of like a seated scooter versus bike, but putting that aside, this thing is also 60 volts, dual motor, top speed is like 40 miles per hour. And the thing is like $2,500. That's a great value considering the level of performance. But I recently came across a bike that's super cheap, just over $1,000, and I think it's easily one of the best overall budget bikes in the market. And I can say that pretty confidently because I had a very similar bike that was my primary bike for over a year. This is the bike itself. You can see it's a standard folding design, but the reason why I like this is because it's cheap and standard. It comes with a lot of features that even more expensive bikes tend to omit. So we have fat tires, fenders that fully cover those fat tires, an included rear rack. The frame here, surprisingly, is full suspension. I will say stock, the suspension components aren't super high quality, but the fact is it has the frame and you can change out the parts later with the higher quality ones if you so desire. And speaking of upgrades, this frame I found to be very conducive to upgrades. I eventually put in a new controller, a new battery, and the bike was really phenomenal. And that's why when I came across this bike, which by the way you can buy off of Amazon, something I always appreciate, I'll leave a link below the video if you guys want to check it out. But I knew it was a quality bike because it's the same frame as my previous folding bike with one key upgrade. Being newer, it brings with it dual motors. Again, a feature that we begin to see on more budget bikes, including this. And I think the addition of dual motors here, on top of all the other great features I previously touched upon, really makes this bike a compelling value at the $1,300 price point. The biggest downside here is just the voltage. It comes in at 48 volts, which I view as becoming antiquated. Higher voltage gives you better performance, but we have that second motor, which should compensate and give this bike that much more power. Now, even though I think this is a phenomenal deal, you always have to look at the alternatives to put it into perspective. And I'll say the biggest threat to this product and its value proposition is the existence of the Dual Star. And this is a dual motor version of the more recognizable 5-Star, which is one of the best e-bikes in the market. It's only $2,000, 60 volt battery, and the motor wattage is like 2,000. But the dual motor version is more expensive, I think around $2,500. But it will give you a substantially better performance than this H100. But it is over $1,000 more. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts, and is the H100 potentially the best budget e-bike? As mentioned, I certainly think, my honest opinion here, I certainly think it has the potential to be. And to get something much better like the Dual Star, it's gonna be substantially more money. That's gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.